Peace, love, wellness, greatness, and success. Hope you guys are having a beautiful day. Hopefully you're manifesting what it is that you need to manifest in order to get the most out of this thing we call life. Now let's get into what it is we're going to talk about. We're talking about the disconnect, the underdevelopment of the human being, and many reasons why the human being has not been able to develop to its full potential on many levels. And we're talking about specifically in the West, but Western culture has spread throughout the world and has become the dominant culture in many, many other areas that are not considered to be the West. Now, this is the issue, guys. We have to understand that the human being's most important development is when the human being is in the womb, as well as when the human being comes out and is in its infancy as it has been birthed. The connection, the nutrients, the attachment, the minimization of stress on the young brain of that infant is essential for the infant to develop into a strong, mentally, emotionally balanced human being. Many other factors play in. Many other things that we're doing in the West is totally against nature. Therefore, we have produced human beings on a large scale that are mentally and emotionally unstable. This can be seen in the suicide rates exploding through the roof, and specifically and particularly the suicide rates of young black males is out of this world compared to when it was when I was growing up. This is just not happening. It's happening for specific reasons. The underdevelopment of the human being, because we've been taught to parent in a way that is not conducive to the actual true development of the human being, of his mental and emotional or her mental and emotional faculties. This is real talk. Many of us don't want to hear that real talk. And many of us are suffering from the very lack of proper parenting, even at this advanced stage in our lives, whether we're middle age or older. You understand what I'm saying? And this doesn't mean that the parent didn't love you. It doesn't mean that the parent wasn't it. But if the parent willingly chose not to breastfeed you, that's an issue that has an impact on development. Whether you developed and that was able to do great things, it doesn't mean that it didn't impact you in a significant way. We are the only mammals on the planet that take or have the ability to utilize something other than our own innate milk in order to feed the infant, which the infant's first food is the food of the mother's breast. This cannot be overstated. The mother being with the child, the father as well, but the mother more so, nurturing that child for the first years of his life is absolutely essential. Meaning that the child and the mother should be together pretty much 24/7. I know you don't want to hear that, but that's the development of the human brain. It has a biological attachment need for the adult to satisfy its fears, its nutritional needs, as well as all other needs. This is not a part-time thing. In the development of the human being, it has been shown that if you leave the child to cry and cry itself to sleep, you're releasing or allowing the release of stress hormones into that child's brain and body and physiology, causing damage to the development. Doesn't mean the child is going to be slow. Doesn't mean the child is not going to do great things. But the mental and emotional attachment, the mental and emotional need and safety is not being met. So no, you shouldn't allow the child just to cry. The child is just not crying just to be crying. If it is crying and if it's not sick, it's scared. It needs that security. We have to develop into another thought process other than what it is that Western society has taught us. Western society taught you the things that it has taught you in order to get the most production out of you and reward you with money. Therefore, you're willing to leave your child and go and work. Unfortunately, some of you have to do it, and I get that. You understand? But those who volunteer to do it, those who have the chance to be at home to take care of that child the way the child needs to be taken care of, then you have chosen the path that the society wants you to choose. Now you wonder why the children are so disconnected from the parents, so disconnected from emotion, so disconnected from other adults. Little respect. These things don't happen in a vacuum. They happen because things transpire, because we're not connected to nature. Many reasons why these things are happening. I understand the demand of a capitalistic society in order for you to even be able to have a house for your child. So I get it. But again, never confuse what you have to do with what needs to be done in order to truly secure or put that child in the best position for the mental and emotional development that it needs in order to be a balanced, aligned human being. This is the facts, guys. So we have to become greater when it comes to understanding how we develop. Now, resetting the things that may not have happened for us in our youth when it came to our attachment need, our nutrient need, and our security need, even though the parent may have been there, even though the parent is loving, even though the parent loves you. You understand what I'm saying? I know for a fact that it's likely that my mother didn't do a whole lot of holding of me because of how she views raising kids. She was under the impression that you got to let the child cry because you don't want the child to be spoiled, etc. This was a misstep on her behalf. She meant well. I love her to death. She is the shining light in my life every day, all day. But at the end of the day, she didn't know what she didn't know. Therefore, she didn't do what was necessary to be done. You understand what I'm saying? And there's a lot of other factors that played into that. You understand what I'm saying? Societal speaking, environmentally speaking, that was forced upon certain segments of the society. So again, all these things take a part in the development of the human being, and all of these things play a significant role in the development of human beings in a proper fashion or in an improper fashion. Peace.